Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, here we have today as a group of engineering technology and students to conduct a forum of our engineering ethic and OSHA assignment. So our topic is the role of occupation safety and health regulation in the workplace. So I have to read that. So the purpose is to enable the student to enhance the knowledge on the rules of the OSHA legal requirement in business management for a specific industry to group work. So, so this assignment is the way OSHA management is implemented is very important. So we have two act that we have in this OSHA is with factory and machinery 1967, which is FMA 1967, and the another one is Occupation Safety and Health Act 1994 is OSHA 1994, which means we use today in Indonesia. So this is our regulation, guideline, and code of practice have been drawn up to support the act. So today we will explore how this law affect business management and look closely at the occupation safety and health at 1994 in Malaysia. So let's start with why these regulations are necessary. So Nazmi, could you briefly explain the role of OSHA, legal requirement in a business?
Okay, thanks, Ali. That's a crucial starting point. In business management, we have to shift our perspective. OSHA regulations are just about a legal text or way to avoid fines from OSHE. They are strategic tools for protecting the company from most valuable assets and its worker. From a financial standpoint, a robust OSHA framework directly improves from the bottom line when we follow this law. We drastically reduce the direct costs like medical compensation and legal fees. However, as engineering technologies, we also look at the indirect costs. For every ringgit we spend on workplace injury, a company technical loss for to 10 times the amount in the higher cost, such as time lost during the accident investigation, the cost of repairing damaged machinery, and the productivity dip when a skilled operator is absent. Okay, how about you folks?
To add to that, complying with legislation such as Factory and Machinery Act 1967 FMA play as a very important role in ensuring a smooth business operation. Under the FMA, machinery like boilers, pressure vessels, lifting equipments, and cranes must be properly registered, inspected, and certified by OSHE. This helps prevent sudden mechanical failure that could lead to serious accidents, injuries, or even fatalities. From a business perspective, unexpected breakdowns can cause production delays, financial losses, and damage to a company credibility. Therefore, compliance is not just a legal requirement, but also a preventive strategy that supports productivity and long-term sustainability. Okay, how about you, Zaki?
So for us, in addition to financial and operational benefit, OSHA legal requirement and also strongly influence the public image and long-term sustainability of a business. Today, companies are no longer judged only by profit, but also by how responsibility they treat their worker. This is closely related to corporate social responsibility (CSR). For example, an engineering company with frequent workplace accidents may be seen as careless or unethical. This can reduce customer trust and make it difficult to attract skilled engineer of technician. On the other hand, a company that follow OSHA law properly is viewed as professional, well managed, and people oriented. This help the business confident from client, investor, and even regulatory bodies. Mm.
Oh, I think you guys have a great point on the business side. So therefore, we have it's good for the our business that can we tell to the other. So now let's move to the law itself. So can I ask you, Zaki?
Yes.
Can you walk us through the science feature of the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, which means Act 514?
Okay, certainly, OSHA 1994 is the main legal framework for occupational safety and health in Malaysia. One of the most important features is the concept of self-regulation. This concept means that safety is not enforced only by the government, but is mainly the responsibility of employers and employees themselves. In practice, this they encourage the company to be proactive rather than reactive. Instead of waiting for inspection or accident to happen, employees are expected to identify hazard, manage risks, and continuously improve safety conditions at the workplace. Employees are also an active role by following procedure and reporting unsafe conditions. Another key feature of OSHA 1994 is the requirement for organization to have a written safety and health policy, especially when employing more than 5 workers. This policy act as a formal commitment from management, showing that safety is a priority and not just a legal obligation. For large worker with more than 40 employees, establishing a safety and health committee ensure communication between management and workers regarding safety issues.
So thank you, Zaki.
Yeah.
So I want to ask Fawaz. So the same question. I know you know about a lot about FMA 1967. So can you tell us more about that?
Okay, gladly. Building on Zaki, one major improvement of OSHA 1994 compared to FMA 1967 is a much wider scope of coverage. The FMA mainly focused on factories, construction sites, and heavy machinery related industries, which only cover about 24% of the workforce at the time. In contrast, OSHA 1994 cover nearly 90% of workplace, including office, hotel, hospital, school, laboratories, and even government sector. This shows that occupational safety and health is not only important in high-risk industry, but also in everyday working environment where hazards like ergonomics, stress, and electrical risks exist. Additionally, OSHA 1994 emphasized preventive action rather than punishment. Instead of waiting for accident to happen, the Act encouraged employer and employees to identify hazards early and manage risks systematically. This approach supports a proactive safety culture where everyone in the organization understands their role in maintaining a safe workplace.
Oh, thank you, Fawaz. So Nazmi, can you want to add another point?
Yeah, I also like to highlight the tripartite consultation feature of OSHA 1994. This brilliant management structure because it ensures the safety is just a top-down command from the government. Instead, it involves a three-way collaboration between the government, employers, and employees. This is institution through the National Council for Occupational Safety and Health. For business, this means that the regulation we follow are actual, practical, and industry relevant because they were developed with input from the people on the ground. This cooperative spirit has driven us VS that mentality between the management and worker, creating a shared responsibility that makes safety a core part of the corporate culture.
Our learning outcome is explain how this regulation help prevent hazard. So, how does this look in practice for an engineering technologies for us?
Okay, hold on there. In practical terms, compliance with OSHA 1994 means applying hierarchy, which stand for hazard identification, risk assessment, and risk control. For engineering technologies, this process began even before any work starts. We must identify potential hazards such as mechanical, electrical, chemical, or ergonomic risks. After that, we assess the level of risk by considering how severe the hazard is and how likely it is to occur. And finally, sustainable control measures are implemented, such as eliminating the hazard, subsetting safer methods, installing engineering control, or using PPE as the last line of defense. This process is important because it helps prevent accidents instead of reacting after they happen. As a future professionals, understanding and applying hierarchy also allow us to make safer decisions on site and ensure compliance with legal requirements while protecting ourselves and others.
Oh, I get that. So, how about you, Rasmi?
Okay, thanks, Andy. Adding to what Faust mentioned, practical compliance also involves a heavy emphasis on information, instruction, training, and supervision as stated under Section 5 and under Section 15 of OSHA 1994. For us as engineering technologists, this means we are just responsible for the machine. We are also responsible for the human-machine interface. We must ensure that every worker is technically competent to handle the hazard they face. It's about creating a safety competency within the workforce. Furthermore, the employee have a legal duty of care under section of 24. This means that the technologies, we have a duty to not only wear our PPE, but to actively participate in the safety ecosystem, reporting near miss before they become an actual accident. This proactive reporting is what allows a business to fix a flaw in the system before it results in costly stoppage or a tragedy.
So, from a practical point of view, OSHA regulation also guide what action must be taken after an accident occurs. Under the NEDAPOD regulation, employers are required to notify the Department of Occupational Safety and Health, DOSH, within the 7 days for accident, dangerous occurrence, occupational poisoning, or occupational disease. This reporting process is important because it allows DOSH to investigate the root cause of accident and prevent similar incident from happening again, either in the terms in the same workplace or in another industries. For engineering technologies, this means we must be familiar with the reporting procedure and documentation, not just technical application. So the overall compliance is not about fear of punishment, but about learning from incident and continuously improving workplace safety system. Okay. Oh, this is very good, Nazmi. So I think, how about you, Adi?
Hmm. So, for overall, for our discussion right now, so I think I can conclude this to OSHA legal requirement are the foundation of a safe and efficient workplace. So they ensure that business remains sustainable and while keeping people safe. So as future engineering technologies like me, you guys, so we must embrace our responsibility to protect the public and our college. So I think that's all. So thank you for your time, for your question. So for your insight, this conclude our forum. So we will meet next time.
Yeah, yes. Thank you, Polly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alright, thank you.